Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video of our trip to Phoenix Raceway. This was our first day. We were here for the Friday ARCA race, for the night race. Unfortunately, the weather was not great. It was very cold and windy, and it was raining, but we bundled up and made the most of it. So we parked in the Premium Reserve parking lot, which was entry E, and that's the purple parking area if you're looking at the track map. It was a really great location, very close to the gate 4, I believe. And when you buy the parking pass, that is for the entire weekend. So you get the same space for all 3 days. We had spot 52 and it worked out great. It was a really quick process to get into the gate. They did do bag checks and they had metal detectors, but it was really quick. So after you come through the gate, you are in the Midway section where all the merchandise haulers are located. Anything that you want to buy is going to be out in that section. All of the vendors and things like that are going to be located out there in the front. This is also where the NASCAR experience stage is. There was a lot going on there on Saturday with the drivers. Question and answer sessions and autograph sessions and things like that, so it was a lot of fun. You can see it was very empty on Friday, lots of space to walk around. Also out in this section is going to be food vendors and things like that on around the corner. And this section is available to any ticket holder, so if you're sitting in the grandstands or on the hillside, anyone can access this area. So shopping at the merchandise haulers was of course a lot of fun. They had stuff for every driver, as well as some general just NASCAR merchandise and some things for Phoenix Raceway. They also had whiteboards in the middle of each hauler with information about when drivers would be there on Saturday and Sunday for autographs. Some were free with no wristband required, and then some required you to make a purchase of maybe $25 or $30 to get a wristband so that you would be able to get in line to get those autographs. As you can see, it was really empty on Friday. I don't know if that was because of the weather or if it's always a lot less crowded on the first day, but it was really nice. There were a lot of food vendors set up along the back. There were a lot of choices, just typical, burgers, chicken. There was barbecue, corn dogs, pizza. They did have a lot of items to choose from, but just to be honest, we didn't try much of it because the first day it was so cold, we just didn't feel like eating much. And then we did eat some on Saturday, and that'll be in the Xfinity video. And I honestly thought it was very expensive. It tasted okay, but it was really pricey. It was pretty high. And then on Sunday, we did Hillside, and so we brought our own food and snacks for that. And you can see some of the prices there listed just to give you an idea of what to expect. For things like fries, onion rings, cheeseburgers, things like that, they had tea, lemonade, soft drinks, bottled water. So there's some of the items listed. Next, we headed into the Infield. We did get the Infield experience pass for the weekend, and so to access that area, you go through the tunnel, which was cool. They had some information on drivers and things along the wall, and they had projections on the ceiling showing different moments from the track and things, so that was neat to see. Also, I will just mention you do have to have your ticket scanned when you enter into the tunnel for the Infield, and then when you come out, you also have to be scanned again. So if only one person in your group has all the tickets on their phone, then you would want to, all be together when you go in and out, because there was a lot of scanning the tickets in and out. In the Infield, it was raining when we were there, so sorry about the camera looking like it does. But the garages were open, so you could see the cars. And on Friday, they were doing the inspection tents, and so we got to see them rolling the cars in and out, and you could really get up close and see all the details, which was really cool. And that was Cindric pushing his own car. We got to see several drivers out and about just hanging out, and so it was a really cool experience. If you have people in your group that would enjoy seeing the cars and some of the drivers like this is a really good time on Friday. Again, that just wasn't crowded. That was Busher that just went past. We got to see a lot of cars and a lot of people on Friday. If the weather had not been so bad for us, Friday would have probably been the best experience of the whole weekend. It was just really cold and really windy, so that put a damper on things, but it was still fun. We really enjoyed the infield experience and seeing all the cars, and just it was a lot to enjoy. So there's Carson Hocevar talking to the kids and hanging out. He was really nice. A lot of the drivers were really nice. All the workers were really nice and friendly, and so everything was just really good that day. We stayed out and watched several more cars come through from the inspection because it was just fun. We enjoyed seeing up close, and we just really enjoyed that part. But after that, we went into the garages to walk through and see some of the cars where they were working on them. And that was cool because you could get up close and see really good. It wasn't too loud. I obviously didn't leave much audio in the video because the wind and rain and things had things kind of crazy, but it wasn't too loud, so it was a really good experience and just really cool to be able to see what was going on up close. We did get to see Cindric at his car, and he was really nice. He spent some time talking to everybody. We didn't know that he was left-handed, so there's a little fact for everybody that he was very friendly, and so that was cool. It was just neat to have some laid-back time with some of the drivers when they weren't as busy on Friday as they were on some of the other days. After that, we went on through the other garages just to see some of the other cars and look at the different things. And in the garages, they do have screens up above each car with just some driver information, which was cool. And then on the outside of the garage, they do have the names of everybody listed who's in that garage, so you kind of know where to go to see your favorite drivers and see their cars and everything, so that was cool. And then we did end up going back out and watching some more cars come back from the inspections. And we stayed there for a little while to get out of the wind and rain partly. But it was cool, and so we ended up staying there and watching a few more come through. And I'll actually leave in some audio now so that you can just kind of hear, what the environment sounded like in that area. I did want to mention that the Infield Pass experience is for the whole weekend, and so you can come and go whenever you want to. If you want to be at Victory Lane at the end of the race, that's where that will be. And we'll show that better on Saturday and Sunday when the weather was a little nicer. But also you have to add the experience onto a regular ticket. So you do need a seat in the stands or on the hill to be able to get the Infield Pass. Although we did see a lot of people, especially on Saturday and Sunday, that seemed to be just staying in the infield for the whole race. So it's just something to know. Like I said, Friday was a really great experience for us. It was very cold and the rain made things uncomfortable, but everything was so empty and so calm that it was just really nice. People weren't too busy. You could see really well all the cars and all the merchandise without lines. And so I would definitely recommend doing the whole weekend if you can. When it got time for the race, we made our way into the stands, and for the Friday race, it was general admission, so you could sit wherever you wanted to. We ended up sitting in section 19, row 12, and that was a really good spot. We could see down the back stretch really good. We could see the screen really well to see what was happening. We could also see the start-finish line for there. So if you're wondering about a particular view, this is what it looks like from section 19. The seats were comfortable. They folded down and the back was smooth and comfortable. The leg room was a little tight, but not too bad. My husband is 6'1". My sons are close to that range, and their knees were, a little close to the seat in front of them, but not too bad. I think everybody was comfortable overall. So it was a really nice spot, and also everything just looks so nice under the lights for a night race. So it was just a really cool experience. One more thing to note is that, like I said several times, it was really, really cold. When we left home coming to Phoenix, it was warm, and the forecast was that the weather was going to be warm and nice. And then as the week got closer, it kept changing and ended up going to rain and very cold weather. So I would recommend, keep a check on that and bring several different things, because we ended up buying extra jackets and blankets and things when we got there. So I guess when you're in Phoenix, you just need to be prepared for any weather. So that is the view from section 119, row 12. I hope that gives you an idea of what to expect if you haven't been there before, or if you have been there before, maybe it gives you a different perspective from a different seat. Also, I just hope the video gives you some information to help you plan out your race weekend. We definitely learned a lot of things that we didn't know coming in, and I'm sure a lot of things that we'll do a little bit different when we come back in the fall. But we have a lot more to share in the next videos about the Xfinity race day on Saturday and the Cup race day on Sunday. So those videos will be up soon, and we really appreciate everybody who watches those. We're just so thankful to have been able to go to Phoenix and experience the races. Thankful to God for keeping us safe and for keeping all the drivers safe, and just for a really great weekend. Again, I'm sorry, some of the shaky video and the audio with the weather, but hopefully that'll improve. And if you will, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate that and really appreciate you watching. So thanks, and see you at the next stop.